effective. It is crucial to give your partner the checklist of PPD and PPA symptoms so y'all are aware of what the signs are, and then what to do. Because my husband didn't get that. What to do if those things come on. Like the things you don't say.
Hey,
it's all in your head.
I don't know what to do.
It's all in your head. Go get some rest. It'll blow over. Stop.
Drink some ginger ale. You know, you married a black man. I know his mama was like, drink some ginger ale, Jeannie. It'll be fine.
It was actually Vicks Vapor Rub for him.
Guys, these comments are
the
blowing me away.
Let me find out Jeezy is from Grenada, because that is the Caribbean fix for everything. Put a little Vicks on it.
Same with Adrian. I know. Vicks Vapor Rub on everything. Oh, you broke your arm bike riding? Let me get some Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yes. Vivaporum for everything. Broken heart, póntelo aquí. A little bit, Vivaporum. You'll be straight. Like what? Somebody out here, guys, you guys are not reading these comments. Somebody said you got to gargle with vinegar after you give birth because the fetus drains you of all the enamel. I'm blown away. Somebody said my teeth went to hell. I lost 3 teeth.
I believe it. I believe
you
all
lost
of it.
3 teeth? That's like being in prison and having poor dental care. Like I dated a nigga who lost teeth in prison, but that's like a whole other thing. That's another conversation.
This is crazy.
Wait, but
don't make me segue to your ex in jail. Don't make me segue. Oh, that is good. What? I want to know about that. Don't make me segue to that story because I want to know about that ex.
But let me tell you, like he, you know, when he was out of jail, I was like, I have a great dentist. We went to the dentist. The dentist was like, the fuck is wrong with your mouth? She was like, what happened? And then
somebody said on here, pregnancy is prison. I'm done.
But wait, Adrian, tell us about. Someone was asking for you to tell us about. Finish telling us about the woods, the camping.
Okay, so we came together for camp. I actually wanted it to be something. I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't afford sleepaway camp, and I actually was sponsored by, you know, like rich people used to sponsor kids in the inner city to go. Like fresh air fun type situation.
Yeah.
I was one of those kids. Somebody sponsored me as a child to go to sleepaway camp with my cousin Gigi. And we went, and I remember it being like mind-blowing. Like I could see stars and all that stuff. A lot of the people in our New Breed group have never experienced that either. So I was like, yo,
what's New Breed? What's New Breed for my
New Breed is Israel's group. So they are New Breed is Israel's
clarification.
Group. So he's in a group called Israel and New Breed. I get to be a part of New Breed now.
New Breed is Israel's gang for God, like gospel gang for God that bring all the angels in the heavens and the earth to you when you listen to them. New Breed is a multicultural, diverse, beautiful group of people.
Not the praise dance happening next to you. The praise dance that's going down.
Like beyond this group, like I've been to some churches and I've never seen a group that I would not even put as just worship group because they're all flavorful. Like they're all mad cool. I would want to go party with them or hang out with them and just talk shop. Like, and all come from different walks of life. Moms, single people, like everything. It's cool.
They're so dope.
Yeah.
So that's New Breed. It is a multicultural spot. Like literally, I was teaching them coritos this week. Like we recorded an album live from summer camp pretty much. Like it was like we're talking slip and slide. I think it was a 500-meter slide. We did water gun fights. We did, we had sip and paint, you know, because Jesus' first miracle was turning water into wine.
You a mess.
Okay. We had facials, massages, hair braiding.
Wow.
Girls was like, yes, braid me up. What else? It was so much fun. And more than anything, we got to spend time together and have like real conversations. Like Jeannie talking about postpartum, like it was that. We did hikes and walks and we talk about like what's going on in your life. Like, how can I pray for you? How can I be there for you? I think we don't have enough of that sense of community, especially as believers. Like, I think so many people want to be judgmental. And instead, if you are going through something, that's when I should get closer to you, not when I should kick you to the curb.
Yes.
And that
Facts.
is necessary. If you tell me, yo, I'm sleeping with homeboy and we going through, I shouldn't be like, and kick you to the curb. I should lean in and help you
Right.
navigate that and be there for you with whatever you're going through.
You
Yeah.
like,
And
I'm
that's
sleeping with a
important
dude
to have.
who lost all his teeth in jail. I need like guidance,
No.
like support.
Let me pray for
Support
you.
me, New
Let me
Breed.
pray for him and his team.
Yes. Yes.
Lift you up.
Lift
So that's
you
what it was.
up. No,
Yeah,
and,
that's
and you
beautiful.
know, y'all lift me up. We were like, you know what? We're gonna get on a live
Yes.
and show love because there's not, like you said, there's not enough camaraderie and fellowship within like religious
Women.
spaces, but
And
there's not
women.
enough of that in general.
In women, for
100%.
sure.
In women.
In a group of women.
100%.
On it, and you know, I
100%.
feel like there's so much you can do to just talk about things, but being demonstrative is like the best way. You know what I'm saying? Like to show up is to just do it. And what do they say? Actions speak louder than words. And we wanted to show y'all
100%.
like niggas really talk. Like we know each other.
We be on
It's
group
like-
chats sending random photos of random things. But I think, especially what you're saying right now, is it's important to show up and not just be that, but to be an example of that. And I think for us, in a situation where we were like, there was some wrong done here. I wasn't on Instagram. Jeannie was the first one to see it, and she sent it to me, obviously, the finale of the reel and you being left out. And we were like, this is wrong. And Jeannie's like, what do we do? What do we do? We were not aware of this, and this is obviously not okay. And I said, call Amanda right now. Like, let's FaceTime her right now. Like, let's have the conversation with her. And that's where it begins. Like, you can't let somebody feel whack and not reach out. That's just who we are and who people should be in general.
Yeah, number one first is friends first.
Always.
First part of that is like, I thought about your feelings. I was like, oh man, like that doesn't feel good to be left out of anything. And number two, I wouldn't want you to think that this was something knowingly done on our behalf, you know? Right. So that's why calling you was so important. And it was important not just to call Adrian, I was like a FaceTime. Because I want I want all of it. I am about, when I have something to say, text messages get misconstrued, tone. Yeah. Somebody could be yawning when they're like, I'm sorry. And then it doesn't read the same. No, bitch. We are here and we're like, are you okay? Because we didn't know about that. And it was such an emotional day. And honestly, I like when I watched the reel.
Like I cried through the whole thing.
Yeah, we were so emotional. And I remember eye contacting with Adrian because really like Garcelle's like living her last season. Lonnie's like being COVID safe. So me and Adrian were really giving each other the like eyeballs of like, can you believe this long? So I really missed about half of it. So
and it wasn't even crying about it being over. Like we actually said we were not going to cry because I think we were at such peace with it ending. But it was like more than anything for us, it was watching how far we've come.
Yep.
We didn't recognize it literally started. All I remember seeing was, hi, I'm Jeannie Mai. Hi, I'm Adrian Bailon. And then we literally didn't watch the rest. We were like, can you believe who we were then? Like it was so strange. So it was an emotional moment for us.
I was crying about our budget on first couple seasons of makeup. But go on.
Done. And so
Girl.
when
like
she
we
saw
discovered the lash like halfway through,
we were like, this is not okay. And you shouldn't stand alone and you shouldn't have to feel alone in saying that that's not okay.
Well, I was actually at the movies about to watch my co-star Jay Ellis in Top Gun and Running on the Edge, Highway to the Danger Zone. And I was like, oh, they calling me. And I stepped out, you know, and when I came back in, like my man was like, you mad happy right now. And I was like, because to be loved.
Just do the right thing, man.
I know that feeling.
Just do the right thing. Like, it doesn't take a lot to just do the right thing. That's all.
But people really act like it does. People really act like, especially these days, I just feel like we're getting so much more examples of people just doing the wrong thing that it becomes like a responsibility to like be loud about doing the right thing, right? Because you're having to counter this like constant, like we're just going through so much as a society, as a country. We're seeing so much negativity that it's like, how do you counter that without just being quiet to yourself? Like, damn, that's whack. It's like you have to be loud. I want to shout out just all the people who have like made it their business to be like, that was fucked up. Amanda was dope on the show. That shouldn't have happened, because, you know, like the negativity can be so much louder. And all of us on here can attest to when you're in a public space, like when you're on a show, like the internet shows up in a different way in your life. Yes. And and it can be really intense
and bad for your mental well-being.
It can also feel very segregating and lonely. And perception is everything on the internet, sadly.
And
like
that sucks.
Out there seems like it's the real thing. And more than anything, we just love you, Amanda. We just want to make sure, like, always, like cut to the chords. Like, the check-in is important. Like, how you doing?
Always.
Good.
Always.
You know. Yeah.
And I love y'all. And we, you know, I feel like when I came on that show, you know, it was a surprise for everybody, for all the hosts, and you know, everyone had to like take a step back and like, okay, and deal with it. And it was really like not fair even how I was brought into the mix, but ultimately like we did our best, you know, with the way that the circumstances were. We did our best, and we tried to you know, really talk about topics, and you know, you all tried to like make me a part of like, okay, this is where Amanda's role is. I mean, even like figuring out where someone's gonna sit at the table is like a thing. You know, Jeannie would be on the end of the table. Y'all don't understand the shit Jeannie used to say to me between commercials, okay?
Oh,
like,
I do, because I sat next to her for like 6 years. Jeannie, were we Southside for how long? For 6 years?
We were Southside for about 3 seasons, maybe, and then you know
no,
what they
longer
did.
than that.
Was it longer? Here's what they did, though,
4 or 5
Adrian.
years.
Now looking back, what they did was the same thing teachers be doing in class when you don't want to put the two bad ones together. They broke us up, girl. They broke us up specifically to get us to shut the fuck up. That's what they did.
It didn't work, because then I would get in trouble. People would be like, stop talking between the breaks. I'm like, she's asking me questions, I gotta answer. Like, we have things to say.
What's funny is I loved, because I already was a fan, and I knew you, and I loved your work from Smart, Funny, and Black. And when you sat next to me, I started to learn more of your mannerisms based on the way you would handle those cards. Like, man, let me see. I got a cup holder here.
But Amanda got some really pretty hands. I've been saying that since I knew her in New York. I'd be like, Amanda has the prettiest hands. Show your hands.
She does. She's got no, like, this
big nail beds, just very pretty hands.
Does she don't have a big knuckle? I have a slender.
Yes.
Nice nail beds.
And if she came out with her cards, she'd be, prepared, and she'd have her thing, and she'd be like, she'd sit like this, like ready for girl chat. Like, girl chat. Yay! And then, like, if she wasn't feeling what was saying, or she didn't like the way it was going, it would be a.
That is so real.
That's facts. Straight like, you know.
Wait, you have cards right now? You have cards right now?
Yes. These are different topics from my stand-up, because I'm going on tour. Everybody's watching. I'll be on tour, the Amanda Seales Black Outside Again tour. Go to AmandaSeales.com and get your tickets.
I'm going.
You're going to be in Atlanta.
These are some of the things.
Yep, you're going to be in Atlanta at the end of fall or something, and I'm going to try to make it. Yep.
Yes.
I know you're going to be at the Fox Theater.
There.
It's the Fox Theater.
Yep.
Or something like
Smart,
that.
Funny, and Black is going to be at the Fox Theater in Atlanta.
I be knowing.
On October 15th.
I be knowing.
October 15th. Yes, Jeannie, I'm impressed. Yes, we got to bring Mr. Jenkins through, you know? Got to do it. No, y'all are funny. I never knew that. I mean, you know what's funny too? It's like people don't understand. Like, we would be talking about things in real time. Like, it's live. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we're talking about these topics, like you've had like a conversation with a producer, but it's still different than like being all together. And then you're like reacting in real time, and people would be like, Amanda and Jeannie are fighting. I'm like, no, Amanda and Jeannie are two passionate people that are talking about the thing that they're talking about. and you just
Yeah.
happen to be here seeing it happen. And I'd be like, so y'all don't talk, like y'all don't have any of that in your life? Yes, you do.
People
Y'all
also
do.
don't realize the comfortability you have to have those conversations. Like you can't debate with somebody like on a certain
Say
level
that.
if you're not at a comfortability level. I always felt like I could argue with Jeannie because she was somebody I was closest to. And I knew
Yes.
that when it was over, I could be like, I was trying to get my point across. And it would move on.
That is the truth, Adrian.
Yeah.
In your circle of friends, you already know. Think about when you come into like a party and you keep the conversation like surface, light. Everybody's like, it's a yes and type of a flow.
Yes.
But
yes.
when you're with your girlfriends, you're like, bitch, I am going to check you right now. Where are you getting this? Stop. Stop.
Where are
Like,
you? What are the facts? Where are your
And
receipts for this? This is not making any sense. This isn't adding up.
And if you really genuinely come from a loving, respectful place, then you let each other have your differences, and then you love each other the same because you're all going to the same place, growth. You know what I mean? You're all going to the same place, love. Like it should be that way. You're absolutely right.
Someone in here was like, you know, I loved when Amanda wore her afro, and that was because like it had gotten to a point where I was so like worn out, and I was like, you know what? I just want to wear my shit as basic as possible. And then I was like, you know what? I can kill two birds with one stone. I could wear my shit as basic as possible and simultaneously be revolutionary. So
I loved
not?
it.
Why not? That
I
was
think
the best.
we reposted you on our socials for XIXI because you had our necklace on with your fro. And it's like, people were like, you look stunning. Like it was such a dope, it was a vibe, it was a movement, it was a look, but it was a statement.
It was a statement, honey. And I was like, you know what? I didn't
When
have
I
to put
said
gel in my hair.
when I said
every
we
morning.
need, when I said we should have included a few like great moments of Amanda's in the reel. Which ones
Jeannie's
did I say?
argument was
Which
you
ones
should
did
have
I
shown
say?
the fro.
I said, why couldn't they
Jeannie's
show the
arguments
fro?
to the execs was you at least should have shown the fro.
I said just one would have said it. Just one would have said it.
That's our argument.
That's it. I don't need a
Show the fro.
retrospective. I don't need, you know, I didn't need y'all to like show a video, like a slow motion video, like in memoriam. You know what I'm saying? But look, just a little shot of the fro. You know, look, I was there.
That's
The
it.
fro was there. The fro was there. Well,
It's
shout
so
out
funny.
to y'all. So wait, before, because people are like, what's next? People are always like, what's next? Like niggas can't chill. We can never just like have a relaxed moment. But what's next for the lovely ladies, Jeannie Mai, Adrienne Bailon, and Amanda Seales? What's next?
Well, I would like an invite to Camp New Breed next time. That's what I would like. So the next time you plan on
Gotcha.
doing this, I would like
Ditto.
an invite.
Ditto.
But I
Make it
mean,
happen.
the biggest thing in my life that could have ever, never planned on happening is being a mom. And I got to tell you, just these, and you guys hear me talk about Coco a lot already, so I'm not even going to go into it hardcore, but I don't want to miss the moment. So right now she's barely grasping things and putting it in her mouth. I'm going to start feeding her, which I can't wait to give her a lemon. I can't wait to teach her what watermelon mixed with mint tastes like. I really want to teach like she ain't having any nuggets in her life. We are not going for the kids menu.
No, not good.
That's actually, yeah.
She's driving through LA. You know, it's janky.
Stay with it, Jeannie.
It's so janky. LA is so